Alright, Eric, do you remember what we did last time?
Soul-crushing tedium?
No, it was great. Now it sounds like I'm just in denial,
Then I
doesn't
clearly
it?
don't remember. I clearly don't remember what we did last time, because I have a very different perspective.
That's right, I think we were supposed to go this way. Yeah, I think what we did... Oh, that's right, I get the generator started, and then we had to head back up, and... We talked to the captain, that's what... Or, not the captain, we talked to the crew. That were telling us to go and activate the ship generators, which I had already done. So I actually didn't really need to go down there, like, at all.
Yeah, well, they were, like, telling you, do this. And it's like, well, no, I can't do this until I do this. So they were literally sending you on a wild goose chase because Skyward Sword!
Anyway, hey guys, it's Zach and Eric, and welcome to episode 56.
Yes, welcome to pain.
I don't understand, Eric, why you can't enjoy at least watching it. You know, you don't even have to play the game.
You're right, this is infinitely better than having to play it.
Wait, what?
Oh, goody. They're going to try and crush us now. As if they haven't already been doing that with this gameplay. And you might want to not keep running up the wall and locking yourself into that animation.
I thought I could, yeah. I thought maybe I could still keep like running forward.
No. I mean, you can, like, once it's moved, but...
Oh, goody. Okay. This part.
Yep.
One of my issues, I don't remember if I talked about this really. Okay, and can I? Yeah, there we go.
I'm not sure how that works, but yes, you can.
Right? No, I think I have to like go a little bit down. Anyway, one of the things I don't remember if I said this when we got the whip. But one thing that I am kind of disappointed about is like outside of that temple, the whip is like almost useless. Like, there's very few instances in the remainder of this game where I think the whip is actually needed.
Yep. Ooh, treasure. Oh no, treasure. You got a monster horn. This well-crafted horn is made of sturdy animal bone. You might find a use for this as a material. Bing.
And? Hey, Eric, at least they're big chests, right?
You got a silver rupee. It's worth a whopping 100 rupees. You must feel really annoyed by this.
That's not what it says, narrator.
It's what it means. You got a monster horn. This well-crafted horn is made of sturdy animal bone. You might find a use for this as a material, along with the last one you got. Bing again.
And?
You got a silver rupee. It's worth 100 rupees. This is getting really stupid now.
That's so funny.
Monster horn?
Nope.
Oh, you got an evil crystal. This solid chunk of pure crystallized monster malice is thankfully not a monster horn.
And, okay. And we're done.
Thank goodness. So, back to your comment about like the whip being underutilized. I think part of that is the limitations of how this game's set up, where they're trying to not have you switch items as much. Because, you know, unlike, say, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, you know, basically any other 3D Zelda game, you don't have the, what you call it? You don't have, like, the 3 buttons to, you know, have items equipped to. You only have the 1, so they're trying to limit, you know, even though they did put in the radial menu selector thing here, like, Nintendo doesn't seem to have had enough confidence in it to, like, actually let that be a thing. So, I mean, now radial menus are completely common, but, like, they weren't so much at the time. So it's like Nintendo was like, okay, well, we need to make sure that we're not having people switch items too much. So I feel like a lot of items get underutilized because of that.
Yeah, I see your point there. You're right, because we only have this one thing. But keep in mind, too, though, that you are still kind of frequently changing between items. I mean, let's see, which items are we going to use the most? We're going to use the bow, the claw shot, bombs mainly. Occasionally the bug net and the beetle. That's, I mean, really, when you come down to it, you know, the bombs, arrows, and the claw shot are probably going to be the most used items. So you're still having to switch between those 3.
Yes, but, you know, like, I mean, the bow and the bombs are, you know, standard, like, anytime, you know, but the claw shots are specific uses. But, I mean, a lot of the claw shot usage, why you're switching to those, is because you've had all these places throughout the world, and then now you have access to them.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, and those are only used in specific. So, yeah, I guess really, like, bow and bombs, primarily when, you know, you don't need it to progress, is probably what you're going to be using most of the time. So, yeah, ideally, switching between those 2 items.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, you could have had more use. They could have had more uses for them, but they were trying to avoid that type of thing.
Yeah, quite possible. You really came to save us. My circuits are glowing with happiness, Vroom. Really, Vroom, you came on board to find Nehru's flame, sir? If you want to reveal Nehru's flame, you're going to have to regain control of the ship. The control room is next to the brig, but its huge door is sealed shut, and you'll need a key to open it. First, you should head to the captain's cabin, sir. The control room key should be in there. Please take this key as thanks for rescuing us, Vroom. The key will open the door to the captain's cabin. Well, okay, thank you.
You got a small key. It's the same as all the others. You should have just used one of those.
You can get to the captain's cabin back through a back door on the deck in the back. Oh, there. Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah, makes sense. But I'm getting out of here, Vroom. Sorry to leave you on your own, but you look like you can handle it, sir. We're counting on you, boy. Don't do it, you're gonna die! If you leave the ship...
Right? Also, watch out for those machine... Crunch. Oh.
Okay, we do have to go back.
And the other 2 just disappeared too, okay. Fine, whatever.
Also, I want to know why it lingered on Link for so long after the guy walked through the door. Or whatever.
Because it's padding, Zach. We have to pad this game out more.
So are you saying the other Zelda games didn't have padding?
Not like this one.
Oh, so you do acknowledge that there was padding in Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time, not really.
Yeah,
there were side quests you could do, but they were all optional.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like, the only thing I could even consider close to padding in Ocarina of Time is possibly the Carpenters. But, I mean, that was them trying to introduce a completely different gameplay mechanic, too, so I don't know that
fighting
that
the
like, counts.
yeah, fighting the Gerudo. I mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
like, basically just, you know, you had to sneak through the fortress. So, like, it was a completely different style of gameplay they were adding to, so, you know, that's a bit different than, like, just saying, okay, here's something you've done 20 times before, but we're going to just, like, make it take longer, or, like, add it again just to have it here.
Sure.
It was more like, oh, okay, here's a cool idea, why don't we add a stealth segment? And so they add a stealth segment.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the, you look at Ocarina of Time, like, natively, yeah, I mean, or not natively, where am I going with that thought? It does seem like, when it was designed, it was a little bit more tighter in terms of story and gameplay, compared to, yes. Actually, I think I want to save real quick.
Save and quit?
No, just saving. Darn
it.
You want us to have all the item descriptions again, Eric?
No.
Exactly. And yeah, I have to go down. Stalkers. What the?
Oh, goodness. Just heading through the whole ship. They just had to put it in the back of the ship, didn't they?
The captain's quarters? Sure, why not? Okay, let's see. I'm trying to remember what to do now. We probably have to shoot the time stone again.
Thingamabob, yeah. It looks like there might be a skylight over there. There's more light, at least. But maybe not. Oh, you might need to just go back out and shoot it.
Probably.
Because that takes extra time, you know. You gotta go through an extra door transition.
Oh, come on.
Well, you did have, like, really good aim at that one central pillar.
I know, right?
I mean, that was kind of impressive. Maybe not what you were intending, but it was rather impressive.
I would have designed this so it had a skylight in here and you could just, like, shoot it and...
Yeah, you mean like they did in that other area, which would have made total sense to have here, but they didn't because they wanted you to go back outside and have to do it yourself? Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, and then they do it just so you can come in here and shoot it through a skylight again.
So why even bother having this?
Padding. I don't know how many times I need to say it, Zach.
Is it ever... There it is.
It's not like they couldn't render it or anything, like it was outside of their polygon budget. It's just, nope, they wanted you to take that extra trip out.
There we go.
What, you want to actually target the thing in front of you instead of the thing behind it?
No, it's better than Navi, who doesn't target anything.
Yeah, that's true sometimes, too. You got a golden skull, a real rarity among skull ornaments. It shines with an eerie golden color. You know, like gold, which is what it is.
Okay, let's see. Oh, right. I have to stand on this thing to open that door.
Yep. And we just had to make sure you knew that that closed again. Because... meh. You wouldn't notice it otherwise? Really kind of stupid. Darn Beamos, leave us alone! And why does the captain's quarters have so many Beamos in it?
There we go. Because they took over the ship.
That makes no sense.
What? The enemies took over the ship.
Was still the captain, even if he was a pirate captain.
Yeah, but the enemies came, they took over the ship, and then, the Beamos are just like...
I know, but, like, what kind of captain's quarters is this? There's not even a desk or a map or a,
That's true.
anything. It's just Beamos. Anyways, you got the squid carving. It's a squid-shaped statue studded with intriguing suction cups. Except it's not, because they're clearly flat, because we did not add bump mapping to this at all. Oh,
Well, I mean... Wait, would you have had a bump mapping? Like, what would be the point of it?
Because it says it has suction cups, so you should make it have suction cups, not just circles on it.
Yeah, true. Master, I conjecture that this is the key to the control room mentioned by the crew. Really?
No kidding.
My memory indicates that the location of the door to the control room is marked with the X symbol. Yes, I know. Cool. I suggest you quickly make your way to the control room. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Sure, why not?
Whoops.
Zach, there's enough padding in this game without you adding more.
More padding? Okay, now, Eric, would fighting all those enemies be padding?
Not necessarily, but I mean, if you already killed them, I will say what's padding is this stupid stool here. I mean, why not just replace it with a respawning fairy pot?
Because it's
No.
Nintendo?
Instead, we're going to add this mechanic where you sit down for a while and your hearts slowly regenerate.
I think it's over this way. Right? Wait.
No, I think it was like right past where you... Oh, it's like down a level. So you need to just go downstairs, I think.
Yeah. Wait, was that through here or was that... Yeah, there wasn't anything over that way.
Yeah, it was a completely useless corridor over there. So yes, I think you go through the door. Like,
This
the door. I thought downstairs, but I don't know. I don't remember. Do whatever you think.
Oh, no, wait, no, that goes to the... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I was right the first time. I'm confused.
No, you were confused to begin with.
No, I was right the first.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that, buddy.
I mean, I was running there, and then you're like, is that the way? And I'm like, pretty sure it is.
I don't think so, but I said you go downstairs, and you're like, well, where are those? And I'm like, I don't know. Darn it. I was hopeful for a moment there.
Okay, so I mentioned like in the previous like episode or episodes, maybe it was 2 episodes ago. This is one of my favorite dungeons, and we've already seen kind of like a lot of it. One, I just like kind of like the idea and the aesthetic of like, oh, cool, like we're on a pirate ship. Which I think is neat. Let's see. I think is it this? Yeah, there we go. And then here's the other reason that I kind of like it.
The boss key?
Not the boss key. What's about to happen?
I know.
I'm like, whoa, this is cool. All right. So like some, squid tentacles. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest, I got really confused here for like a good, couple minutes or so. I don't know exactly how long, but I was standing here, and I'm like, it's the boss room. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
do I attack like the engine? Like what?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
There's nothing in here. What are you supposed to do? And then it's like you turn around and you're like,
oh,
why is the door open?
The door's still open. Okay. A repair master, judging by the size of these tentacles belonging to a monster considerable size. The current situation is difficult to determine with complete accuracy, but signs indicate that the ship is under attack. Okay. If we do nothing, there's any percent chance the ship will capsize. I recommend forcing it back with the sacred power and exiting to further assess the current situation. Yeah, so yeah, it took me a little bit to be like, okay. So this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
I mean, not the not using the Skyward Strike, but like the whole just notion of exiting the boss room. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Now I'm going back to the ship that's slowly sinking, and I think that there's like some cool animation here, like the tilting and like barrels running down and stuff.
Like, where are these barrels coming from?
Yeah, it makes no sense, but whatever.
They're falling through a roof that has like literally no place for them to come from. Like, they couldn't have even put a little box there that's like, hey, look, there's like a little hole that's like, oh yeah, there were totally barrels up here, you just couldn't get to them.
Yeah. I mean, they could have designed it a little bit better, but I'm still like, wow, I like this. Which is what makes this like one of my favorite dungeons, and just like my favorite dungeon in this game is just the whole theme of the pirate ship, and then I'm running up the ship, as it's sinking from this monster. Warning, Master. I sense an evil presence on the other side of this door. There's a 90% chance that it is the primary body mass of the creature whose tentacles are destroying the ship. I should be making all necessary preparations before exiting to the outside of the ship. You mean like taking a second to wrap up because we're almost at 25 minutes? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, she says this, but they've already taken away the chair, You can't
go back down, by the way, actually.
Yeah.
Once that water fills up, I mean, the geometry is practically gone. So.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing is, too, it's like if you happen to have a potion, which I think we have, like, a whopping 2 bottles now, like, you could take those.
I have a fairy and a stamina potion.
Yeah. But other than that, it's like, what do you want us to do, Fi? Like, it's not like we could return to the sky now. It's not like we could even save our game. Like,
yeah.
It's like, you might want to make preparations. Well, great. What are those preparations? We can get a stamina potion. You know, like, and what good is that?
Yeah, I think it would be better if they put, like, a statue here so you could save, and then maybe, like, a stool if you wanted to recover some health after
in
if
case
you took damage running up here and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like a really weird thing. Like, yes, it's good to say, hey, hey, boss here. But it's like, if there's, like, literally nothing else we can do, so why?
I think maybe what they wanted to do is do that, but then ran out of time.
It's possible.
Because why else have that line? You're right. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode, though. We're 26 minutes here into recording, so we're going to end on this cliffhanger and save the boss for the next episode. But we thank you all so much for watching today. We hope you guys enjoyed and had fun. We hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday. And I can't do a command schedule. Exclamation point schedule, Eric. There's no way for me to do that.
Nope. Guess you have to do it the old-fashioned way.
I suppose. So, guys, join me on Friday for some awesome adventures in Pokemon Xenoverse. And I also stream 3 days a week on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Saturday, actually, Eric and I joint stream together. So that's really fun. So it's Thursday night at 7, Saturday morning at 10, and then I stream again solo at 4 p.m. on Sundays, all Eastern time. And join me on Monday for more awesome adventures in Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas. Some great stuff going on there. And we will see you guys next Wednesday for more fun and adventures in Skyward Sword. Eric, anything else you wanted to say?
Just that I think people are going to be really surprised when there's a giant bird on the other side of that door.
Why giant bird?
Because that's the final boss, right? Over here, it's a giant bird. Oh,
yeah, definitely. I thought you were going to say there was going to be a giant, like, middle finger or something.
Well, that's essentially what this boss is, but, that's...
Right. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you guys then.